Hi, welcome to Dyspraxia Dialogues. I've got Tammy here from London. Just going to ask Tammy a few questions about her experience of dyspraxia. So, Tammy, could you tell me when you found out that you had dyspraxia?
Like I said, I was diagnosed when I was still a teenager. It didn't make much sense because I was young and I couldn't navigate
Mm.
the whole situation. So I struggled with a lot of things, understanding and adjusting and being able to cope and all of that.
Yeah, so when did you actually have an official diagnosis? Or
Sorry?
did you have an official diagnosis from school or doctors or anything, or is it kind of just
It was from a doctor, not from school. It was from doctor.
from a doctor? Okay, yeah. So you were a teenager, you said, when
Yes, I was a teenager then. The
yeah,
ranges of 10 to 14.
between 10 and 14. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
So before that, I guess, did you just not understand what was going on and what you were struggling with?
Yes, it felt more like I was somebody different from people, and I didn't understand why it appeared like that because I saw people that weren't like myself, so I saw myself as a problem when I didn't know what was wrong and I hadn't received the diagnosis. I felt like, okay, why is it difficult for me to do things like this? Why am I having this challenge? And after a while, after the diagnosis, I think it made a lot of sense when I understood that this is the reason I was experiencing all of this.
Yeah, yeah, it finally made some sense. Wow. Um, So, where you are in London, do you think that there is much support available for people with dyspraxia? Are there any support groups that you can go to or information that you can find?
Where I am in London, I wouldn't say, based on my own experience, I would say I'm somebody who is trying to accommodate my own situation, trying to cooperate with it. So if people like myself, I would say support should be that available where I am, and a percentage of 40 out of 100, because a lot of people like they seem to want to shy away and try to look at it as something that they cannot come to the public and speak about most times, and it feels like it's a problem that makes people want to hold back, and most times people do not want to let it show or let it be out there to the society because of the level of how people will react or what people will think, or they feel like it's gonna stop a lot of things in their life and it's gonna change who they are, it's gonna affect who they are as a person.
So people stay silent about it maybe, and they're not very outspoken about it, maybe fear of being judged or fear of what might happen if
Yes,
they were honest.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Sometimes it could be because of relationships, friends that you feel they are not like you, they do not have it, and you're the only person that stands out to have it. You're scared that you'll be losing your friends when they have it. You try to hide the effect of it in your life. You try to suppress those effects so that it doesn't show and people don't get to see that you are somebody somebody with it. So yeah,
hmm.
it's something like that.
Yeah, I can really relate to that. I definitely hid my struggles when I was at school and people didn't know, but I didn't have my diagnosis till much later in my 30s. I think hiding and being ashamed is a big part of the struggle, unfortunately. But thank you for being really honest today and talking to me about it, because this is what we need is for more people to be open and honest so that people don't feel that shame. Can I just ask you, do you feel there are any positive things, any strengths that you've gained from this experience?
Yes, I feel more like I can handle anything if I surprise the symptoms of this because honestly, I feel like I became stronger after I was able to accept my situation and not see it as a problem, rather see it as a part of me. I know it could be challenging. It felt challenging at first because I was thinking about how this is going to be influencing my lifestyle, how it's going to be changing me as a person, how I'm going to be living with it. But when I understood that it matters that I still the same person, it's just that some things in my life made more sense. I had this earlier. It's just that I wasn't so sure what it was. But when I received the diagnosis and it made sense, I think that was when I began to feel scared. I felt worried about myself. But when I was not aware of what it was, I was living my normal life. I was just there, and whenever I came, I felt like I was just unwell for a while. But now I think the fact that I am putting in effort to try to do things, to try to understand my symptoms and able to live and cope with them makes me stronger. I don't see it as something that is a hindrance for being who I want to be. In as much as I can have my moments, I have my times that it can be overwhelming. But the fact that I'm able to handle all of these and I do not try to discriminate myself or look at myself with a lot of self-pity that I am experiencing this makes a lot of sense and it makes me feel like I'm doing a great job at this, so I do not have to feel bad when people talk to me in a way that doesn't seem pleasant. I have built myself and I've encouraged myself enough up till now that I think every problem or whatever people say to me now shouldn't be something that I should worry about anymore. That's how much have discovered that the strength of this has given me and the level of strength I've attained from this.
Wow. So you really have developed strength through this and just that kind of being proud that you have been able to manage even with these difficulties. And it doesn't matter so much now if people did say anything because you know how much
Yes.
strength you have. Wow. Thank you. One last question. I'd like to know, what would you like the whole world to know about dyspraxia? How would you explain it, or what's the one thing you would want them to know?
What I would not want the whole world to know is it's not uh, a definition of a person. Having dysphasia doesn't mean the person is incapable of doing anything or being who they want to be. Stop looking at people with it as if they are not humans. They are people. It's just a particular phase in their life that they are going through. So the fact that you try to understand and you do not try to judge them because they're experiencing this does make a lot of sense. Society should learn to accept these people, love us, and respect us for this particular disability that we have. The fact that we are able to show it and blend with it, live with it, makes us, I think it makes us strong because not everybody has the courage to stand and live with something and they are proud of what is going on and how they
Mm.
have been able to manage up until now. The effort that we put into cope, the effort that we put into survive this situation makes us strong. So the fact that we are giving in effort, society should respect our effort, not to make us feel like we are not doing enough for ourselves.
Yeah, wow. So you've learned to respect your own strength and love yourself and be proud of that achievement. And you'd like the world and other people to also respect and love and be proud of people with dyspraxia who've been able to achieve great things, even with these struggles. Yeah. Thank you so much today for talking to me. I really appreciate it. And please, anyone, feel free to get in contact if you want to join our free Zoom support groups for adults with dyspraxia. And please feel free to subscribe if you want to see more videos about dyspraxia. Thank you so much. Take care, Tammy. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.